Hi guys, it's Kyarko here, back with another speed build. This is a speed build of a CC-free legacy graveyard. And by CC-free, I mean there's no custom content at all on this lot, so you can go right ahead straight to the gallery right now and download it directly into your game. I did use a lot of different game packs though, so it's not completely base game, just FYI. But I'm really happy with how this lot turned out. This was requested by SIGuy01 on TikTok. Yes, I am on TikTok now. You can find me, my TikTok name is by Kyarko, which is the same as my EA ID. And yeah, so I take requests there, so you guys can submit requests there or here on the Discord, anywhere at all. But I was really happy to receive this request, mainly because I realized that I hadn't done a custom content free build in a long time, like in a long time. And I mean, that's intentional. I don't really usually enjoy building without custom content. And I think the only reason I was able to, get through this build without custom content is the fact that it's entirely outdoors. So I was relying a lot on plants and gravestones and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't really need a lot of custom content in the first place, so it made it a lot more manageable. Had this been an interior lot, like a house or a school or anything like that, I would definitely need to use custom content. I could not be CC-free. I mean, like I could, but it would be a lot more challenging than just like an exterior CC-free lot, but yeah. Anyways, this is a legacy lot, meaning if you are playing a legacy in your game, multiple generations, this is a graveyard you can use to, store all their headstones and graves and stuff. But yeah, I don't usually personally play a lot of legacies because I always want to, and I always start these grand legacies that I think I'm gonna finish, and then I get distracted. I'm like, oh wait, I want to do this legacy instead, and then I change my whole storyline and I start over. So I don't think I've ever made it past 3 generations, to be honest. But I know some people have many generations, and I find that so impressive. So this is for you people who can actually carry through and actually have multiple generations, unlike me. But there's multiple different sections of this graveyard, there's different parts for different graves. Because I do that because I when people have different generations, they're not always playing the same storyline or the same kind of character, right? So I wanted to have variety in the sense that you could kind of organize your grave sites to how you wanted it to be in your game, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I wanted you to be able to customize this lot as much as possible. And while I did already put gravestones down just for aesthetic and stuff, obviously if you're using this lot for, gameplay purposes for your legacy, just delete the headstones and then place the headstone of your dead sim instead for, gameplay purposes. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. I always not struggle, exterior lots that are very plant and greenscape based are very difficult for me because I'm just, for a couple reasons. One, I'm super stubborn about color. You guys know this. I mention it every single video. It's basically a meme of this channel at this point that I'm so uptight about color. So when I have to place a bunch of plants and flowers and stuff, they all have to be in the same green shade color family, right? Or I'll lose my freaking mind. In this case, I was lucky enough to find a pretty good variety of plants that I felt all kind of fit in the same color scheme, and I brought in these bits of oranges here and there, and it actually looks quite nice. But yeah. Anyways, the other reason that exterior lots are a little bit more difficult for me is that there's a lot of, it's the detail placement is a lot more difficult. For example, you can see I'm doing it right here, rock placement. If I ever do an exterior lot, any exterior lot at all, or any lot that has an exterior, you're gonna see rock placement. I just, there's something about the organic line of the rock line that is very calming to me because I don't always want to use a fence, so sometimes rock placement is necessary. But yeah, but in general, just exterior lots are just always difficult because they're a lot more confined to, it's a lot more confining in the sense of what you can do, you know what I mean? And I think part of the problem for me is that I'm not very skilled with the terrain tool. I didn't use it at all in this build. I'm just not good at it. I've been trying and I've been learning, and I think I'm getting better with it, but honestly, it's still not my strong suit. I think I need to work on that, and maybe my exterior lots will get better, but I still think this one turned out pretty well. As you can see, there's some freshly dug graves. There's actually quite a lot of these in this graveyard, so I'm assuming there's been a lot of deaths in this game recently. I don't know. But again, you guys can tweak this lot however you want to fit your personal gameplay. I also kind of, in terms of the vibe of the cemetery, I wanted it to be a place that felt warm and comforting, but at the same time, if you came here at night, it'd be kind of creepy. Because, you know, graveyards are kind of supposed to be like that. I thought that was like the perfect vibe for this. So if you were having like an evil sim generation, you could have the lot kind of fit that, because it could be kind of creepy at night. Or if you're having a very warm family fun generation, it can also play as being warm, family, and fun. So I wanted to create a lot that was diverse enough that you guys could use it, you know, in multiple different vibes. But I think I was pretty successful in that, I would say. This is definitely a lot that I could see, you know, some ghosts, you know, creeping around in. I honestly really don't like ghosts in the game. I like supernatural gameplay a lot, like, you know, fairies and witches and vampires and stuff. But ghosts, for some reason, it doesn't fit with me. I don't know. I just don't like ghost gameplay. I guess because there's no stakes for me, because they're already dead, and I like high stakes gameplay. You know what? Never mind. Anyways, as you can see, I'm putting in like dirt, little patches of like I have this like light flower texture on the ground a little bit, because I wanted to. Because there's a lot of, like, empty negative space, right? Because the grave stones need, like, space in front of them. And I didn't want it to be, like, completely flat green, otherwise it would look too... it wouldn't look dynamic enough. So I added in some texture on the ground just to, you know, make it a little bit more interesting. But as you can see, I'm placing, like, candles and flowers at different gravestones. So, like, they're being visited and, you know, family members are remembering them and visiting them and stuff like that. Again, you can change it however you want. In the back here, we have a setup of a pond. I don't think that Sims can use this bridge. I'm not quite sure, but I don't think that they can. So it is purely aesthetic, I believe. But, you know, aesthetic's nice. I think it's a beautiful little pond. But yeah, I think it's really cute. Here I am gonna do some more rock placement, so be prepared for that. Gonna be a lot of rock placement. But I'm not gonna go all the way around with rocks. I'm just gonna do like certain little sections, and then in the empty spaces between the rocks, we're gonna put like different plants and stuff. So it has like a much more organic feeling to it. But you guys have seen me build ponds before. It's the same method I always use. But as you can see, putting in my plants here and there, it's a little bit square right now, and it was kind of bothering me. So later on, I'm actually gonna put in like some large boulders and stones, kind of break up this square shape we got going on, because the square shape is just not, it doesn't look organic enough. So as you can see, I put in that huge rock there, put in a little some rocks over there just to break up the shape, make it look a little bit more, like I said, organic. But yeah, anyways, it's Friday. How are you guys? How are you doing? Do you have any weekend plans? I hope you guys had fun this weekend. Let's see, what am I doing? I'm doing homework. I'm just gonna do work and homework and be busy like I always am. But yeah, as you can see, I'm putting in a little wooden railing, not a railing, I don't know what you would call that, a little wooden like a fence, I guess, I don't know. But I'm just putting that around the edge of the pond just to contain it a little bit so that Sims can walk right up to the edge and not, you know, accidentally slip and fall inside, because that would kind of probably dampen your already not fun day visiting the graveyard. But yeah, this is a nice graveyard. I feel like you could, you know, have a picnic here, you know, with your deceased relative. That would be cute. Yeah. But as you can see, I'm putting in some statues. There's going to be like various statues around the cemetery, and I kind of figured that the statues could represent like different members of the family in your generation or in your legacy. For example, I don't know if you guys saw earlier, but when you walk right through the gates, the front gates, immediately in front of the fountain is a statue of a man holding a shovel or something. I figured that maybe that's a statue of like the founder of the legacy, and obviously you can change that statue to whatever statue you want, or you can change it to a plant or, you know, anything else. But I thought that'd be a cute touch so that you guys could, you know, put in statues of your like the founder of your legacy at like the very front of the cemetery. I thought that would be a cute touch. But yeah, anyways, I'm putting in basically I am reflecting the left side of the cemetery onto the right side. It's not going to be exactly the same. There are a few differences, but in like terms of general layout, this whole cemetery is very symmetrical, and that's because I'm insane. I'm just very you know, my brain just likes symmetry very much. I like, you know, very clear shapes and very clear color palettes, and yeah. If any of you are psychologists, please let me know. if there's something wrong with me that I like symmetry so much. But I think it looks good. I like symmetry very much because I think it just looks very organized and I like the flow of it a lot better. I don't know. Anyways, I'm putting in a row of flower beds here, and we're going to put in some like flower bushes. Just to bring in some more flowers into this build, because I got a lot of trees and a lot of bushes, but I don't have a lot of like flowers. So this is my little touch of flowers, and I think they're very pretty flowers. I actually saw, I don't know, are these hydrangeas? How do you pronounce that? Hydrangeas? That, you know, that type of flower. I think I saw these in real life for the first time the other day, and I was like, wow, I have those in The Sims. That happens to me all the time whenever I see something in real life that's like a piece of furniture, or like a certain light, or, you know, or a tree or a plant. I'm always like, wow, like I have that in The Sims. It's funny because my life is reversed like that, you know, like it's supposed to be you see things in real life and then you see it in your game, but I see things in my game and then I see them in real life. But yeah, let me know if that happens to you guys too. It happens to me a lot for furniture, especially because I think a lot of custom content creators take inspiration from real life. I'm always like in IKEA and I'm like, wow, like I just built a house with this in The Sims, and then I check the price in real life and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not gonna buy this. Anyways, in this little area here, as you can see, we have these beautiful orange bush trees. I call them bush trees because they're not really trees because they don't stand up high enough. They're like really close to the ground, so they're just like bush trees, I guess. I wish those orange trees were taller though, because I would use them a lot more if they weren't so close to the ground, because I can't like drape them over anything. I would love for a sim to be able to lay under one of these orange trees and just like have orange flower or orange leaves like fly around them, but no, I had to get a super low freaking bush tree, but whatever, that's fine. But as you can see, I'm creating like a little picnic area on the left and right. I personally think that like having a picnic in a graveyard can be very sweet and nice, you know, being with your family and being with your loved ones who are deceased and stuff. It might be a little bit morbid to some people, you know, like I think for some, like the graveyard is like a place of, you know, solemn respect where you shouldn't necessarily be eating meals and having fun. But in my case, I think it's cute. But if you guys want to get rid of the picnic tables, you can. But I thought it was nice. Anyways, as you can see, gonna put in another statue. Again, I figured that these statues could just be certain members of your legacy, you know, who you want to, you know, put forever in stone, I guess. I wish there was like a feature where you could like create statues and like specific portraits of your Sims. Like I know there's like the camera feature, but I don't really... I wish they had more like serious poses and more serious, like, I wish the team took the photography aspect of this game a little bit more seriously, because I know a lot of players would love to be able to take like serious, actually like good looking family portraits to put on their walls and not, you know, those goofy ones where they're like holding the camera. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I wish there's a feature where you could like literally like have a sim carve another sim out of stone and it's like them in 3D in a pose. Wouldn't that be so cool? I feel like they could easily do that because it'd just be like their same body mesh but just like frozen as a stone. Do you guys get what I'm saying? And then you could use like the statues in like graveyards and in, you know, museums and in like really cool stuff. They should do that. If that becomes a feature, you heard it first here. But as you can see, another statue on this side. It's not the same statue, it's a different one because I didn't want like complete symmetry, and I thought it would make sense for like different areas of the graveyard to be dedicated to different people, you know? Again, this is totally customizable. You can change this any way you want. This is just what I figured, you know, could be helpful for a legacy graveyard. So maybe like that section of the graveyard is like a specific line of legacy from that specific statue person, and then on the left side with that statue it's like that specific person's lineage, you know what I mean? Like it could be like different branches of the same family. But yeah, anyways, we are almost done with this graveyard. We only have like one section left. Still doing the same thing where I'm putting down flowers and my texture on the ground, but let me know what you guys think of this build, and if you would like me to do more custom content free builds. Honestly, I don't really want to, but if that's something that you guys are really banking on, I can totally do that. Just please let them be exterior based, because if I have to use the base game furniture, I will freaking not play The Sims anymore. No, I'm just kidding. But let me know what you guys think of this. If you're going to use this graveyard, you totally can. It's up on the gallery as we speak. My EA ID is by Kiariko, no spaces. And it's custom content free, so, you know, you guys can get it, no problem. And if you do use it, let me know what you use it for and how you use it and if it was useful for you or if you changed anything. I'm really excited to see what you guys do, because I had a lot of fun building this. And thank you so much to the person who requested this. I had a lot of fun doing it, and as always, you guys can, you know, request anything you want anywhere. And I'm on TikTok now, so check out my TikTok, I guess. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.